What's up, YouTube? Welcome to episode number 6 of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 active items on eBay. Today I'm going to go over my returns for the first 1,000 items I have sold on eBay this year. I have had 27 total returns, and I'm going to go over a few of them today to let you guys know how I handle returns and not to get too worried about them. If you guys like my content, please like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate the feedback. Lets me know if I'm doing a good job or not. First item, Norelco Shaver. This was returned because of item not as described, or INAD in reseller speak. And this is not the same razor that I listed and sold. I got back a brand new razor that's $30 cheaper than the one that I sold. The customer claimed this is the one I sent them. I don't think that's the case. eBay said, we believe this guy, so I was out the shipping to the guy and back from the guy, and I have a $30 less razor. This is like a $50 loss, nothing I can do, don't really have time to worry about it. The time that most people spend bitching on Facebook, I've already listed another 10 items, so it's gonna go away. I focus my time on the 97% of people who are honest, and I build in that 3% of people are gonna hustle me or look for a creative discount. So it's all built into the game. Before I get into Call of Duty, I'm going to go over something interesting, which is this pocket translator. I see these all the time, maybe because I live in the Bay Area, but people use them to translate things. I got this brand new in box. I bought it for $10 at a garage sale. I sold it for $50. It's a very, very old model. Normally, if it was new, it'd go for much more. And I'm going to turn it on, but I don't need to. It's broken. And this is not the same one that I sent the customer. The one I sent did not have batteries in it when I sent it. This one has batteries in it. I think he did the old swapperoo, sent me back his jacked up one and kept the new one. Paid $10 for it, lost the shipping to the customer and back. I'm gonna write it off, not worried about it, not gonna chase him. Moving on. Call of Duty. This is a video game. I love video games. I'd like to get 1,000 of my 10,000 items to be video games. It's a little bit more capital intensive in my opinion, because for me to get the deal that I want on pricing, usually I have to buy quite a bit of them, and I don't have a ton of time to go on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace to look for these. So by capital expensive, I also mean time capital. So I got this item back or the customer requested a return, and the picture that I got back was this. And I was like, wow. And the comment said, this box is crushed, I want my money back. And I said to eBay, I called in and said, hey, I don't want to give this guy's money back because I sent a sealed video game. And he sent me back a picture that it's open and crushed. Why would you open it and then return it? So eBay said, why don't you contact your customer first? And so that's a pro tip. Always try to contact your customer in a kind manner before you call eBay, because the first thing they're going to recommend is that you contact your customer. So you might as well save that extra call. I said, why did you open it? And he said, oh, I wanted to see if it worked. And I responded back, does it work? And he said, yes, it works perfectly, but I want to return it because of the box. So I was like, all right, whatever. What does eBay say? eBay said, hey, they have the right to really try it one time. He didn't like it. You're a big seller. Just eat the return. Looks like he's being honest. So I said, okay, took the return back. Resold the game as used. Guess what? It's back in my house again. Somebody said that they didn't like it. They did not like the game. So I got the game back. The person had to pay a 20% restocking fee because I have a 20% restocking fee. And the item is not the same item that I sent again. It's been used, it's more beat up. I've also heard about people buying games, scanning them, and then returning them. I don't know how that works. But again, not super worried about it because I only had 27 returns and 1,000 items. And the first ones that I just went over, really only the fuzzy ones. Towards the end of the video, I'll go over some of the more common returns. This is a very, very small percentage of people who pull some weird stuff. But let's get into some more. Actually, before we get into some more common ones, let's go over the worst offender that there was. Rentals. This is the main reason why I have a 20% restocking fee, to prevent people from buying a brand new item, wearing them or using them, and then returning it to me after they're done. This guy wears these boots for 60 days before he opens a return on eBay. Now, I have a 30-day return policy, and I rejected the return because it's outside of my return policy, and eBay agreed with me. And it was beyond the 60 days anyway, so he wasn't going to leave a negative. I thought it was over, but he filed a chargeback with his credit card company and mailed it back to me. So the credit card company put the funds on hold, investigated. I just sent PayPal pictures. They ruled in my favor. I do not know if the guy kept the money from his credit card company, but I do have my money and the shoes. So I came out ahead, but the 20% restocking fee I have is to prevent people from renting my items. Also, Bolo, look out for John Barbados. Made in Italy, worth a lot more than made here. Hopefully you guys are on the lookout for a brand called Longa Burger. I sell tons of baskets. There's a lot of house moms in the Bay Area, and they love their baskets. So I make them an offer at the garage sale, get a bunch of these. They sell really well. This lady returned this lid because it's too big. So she paid return shipping, even though I sent a measurement picture with a ruler. She still bought the wrong size. Happens. She paid a 20% restocking fee, shipping both ways. If she had asked me for a return, I would have accepted it. I'm sorry, if she had asked me to waive the 20% discount, I would have, because I'm just using that to prevent people from renting. I really don't need it. And sometimes customers get upset with it. So again, use the restocking fee to your own discretion. Some people don't have one. I have a 20% one. There's no right or wrong answer. Whatever you guys want to do. Here's a pair of flats that was returned to me because I misdescribed them. Basically, I needed to describe these as wide, and I described them as double wide. So they came back, my mistake. The lady didn't leave me negative feedback. And I also want to stress that with the 27 returns that I have had, I have 0 negative feedback from those. So work it out with your customer. Be good at customer service because you need to be. Your customer is always right even when they're wrong. These blue flats were returned because she ordered Nikes, and these are not Nikes. So I offered to give her the Nikes at a discount and obviously to return all of her money back, and she said no. So I just took them back. She did not want the right shoes. So try not to screw up orders because people don't want to deal with you after that happens. So here's a pair of shoes that looked blue on my customer's monitor. She bought them, she got them, she said they're not blue. I said, I don't know why they would appear as blue. And I guess I'm not responsible for people's monitors. So she was able to return them. She had a 20% restocking fee, which she was not happy about. But eBay, eBay did not have to step in. She didn't leave me negative feedback. She wasn't happy about paying a 20% restocking fee. And I can't remember whether or not I just gave her the restocking fee back. But I didn't lose any money because she paid shipping both ways. This is one of those circumstances where a customer could be pissed because they're like, they're not blue like in the pictures. And you're like, my pictures, they don't look blue in my pictures. But you don't have their screen. So don't assume that they don't know what they're talking about. They just might have an older device or who knows. So assume they're not lying. That's the best advice I can give you for returns, because it'll just make your life a lot easier, assuming that the world is good and not an evil place. This shirt was returned because it was too big. This shirt returned because it was too small. Both had measurements, both paid a 20% restocking fee. Neither of them had a problem with it. And finally, my favorite, I sell a lot of spoons and silverware and flatware. And this lady returned the spoons because they're the wrong length. And I responded, how can there be a wrong length to a spoon? And I included the measurement bit. But she said, oh no, they're not the exact same length as the spoons I have. And so she returned them. This isn't necessarily considered buyer's remorse, it could be, but eBay charged her a 20% restocking fee. In this case, I probably would not have refunded it because I literally provided the measurements and I responded back, not all spoons are created equal. And she was like, yes, they are. So I just ignored that message because you're not gonna win. You can't argue with crazy. So, hope you guys have a great one. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm going to Amazon ASD tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'm on Instagram also, 10K on the Bay. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks guys, as always. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great one.